Oh. All right. I guess. Oh, I need to go turn something off. Hang on. Okay, that's better. All right. Who's in chat right now? Can anyone? If you can't make a chat, say something in Discord. If you can't post in the chat here. I'll get started here in a minute. Hi, gentle hearts. Welcome to the stream. I don't know why people are interested in this, but we'll do that. Excuse me. I'll give it about maybe 5 minutes to let some other people jump in, let the Discord server panic. Clever, really? I see you. I'm on my phone. I can see your comments on the Discord chat. All right, 1 second. Hang on, I gotta turn my alarm off. Computer, stop. Other than that, all right, that should be it. So, yeah, man. If you're gonna put anything in the chat, put it on this chat because I can see it. I can't exactly do makeup and look at my phone at the same time. So, yeah. I also do not have access to the full SPG library because I'm playing it off my phone and I don't have Spotify installed. So, and I don't even know if I can because I don't want to get a copyright strike. David, please don't sue me. I'll give it a few more minutes to give people a chance. Well, I mean, I'm being facetious. and being facetious. I know he wouldn't actually sue me, but like if I don't want the stream to get shut down. So we'll take it and see how it goes. I have a grand total of 6 people following this channel at the best of times, so we'll see. Handy dandy makeup rag. It's really hot in here today. I don't know if I can turn. I think I turned the fan on. It is extraordinarily hot today. And yeah. Well, might as well get this thing started. I'm pretty sure you're the only person who's going to be showing up. Even though... air conditioning. I think that... oh, hey! Shenu-sen, yo, you're here. You made it. All right, well, let's get this party started. So, since you two don't know, I just kind of, this is really informal. I'm just doing the makeup. And I'm stuck using Snazaru instead of Maren. Set sound to fish? What? What, did my sound go bork? Oh, okay, I get it, never mind. It took me a minute. I'm also trying to, this is my first time doing a makeup stream. So, avoid technical jokes, because I won't know. So, yeah. Siren is made of brass, so her base color is gold. But other than that, I don't know what you guys want me to do. I guess tell me what you want me to say / do, because I don't know. Again, sorry for the lighting. I mean, there's only so much I can do. Hello, Amy. Clockwork, hi. I know who you are. All right, let's get this started. Let's paint. Now, again, I do this. This is really informal. I'm just doing the makeup for a cover. Do I pre-treat my skin with anything? I just wash it. Just wash with a basic soap and water and make sure it's dry. I did that like 10 minutes ago, so it's nothing super special. The only thing that would make it quote unquote special is I have like an acne soap. So that's the only thing that would technically be special about my what you call it. Yeah, ask me questions. I don't have anything better to do, so. Ignore my phone. It makes sounds. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but my phone likes to make sounds at the worst possible time. So just bear with me. What gave me the idea to make Siren? I make characters for every fandom that I fall under, and SPG dragged me very quickly into fandom hell, because that's how my brain works. I have some sort of fan character for practically every major fandom that I'm in. The Siren's backstory took a little bit longer to solidify, but ultimately, if I can word properly, it started out just with Siren being a really good singer, because that's all I can do. And then I'm like, well, that's not good enough. And then I developed her backstory a little bit more as time went on. Blocking off sections. Any other questions, guys? I'm an open book. Ask away. It doesn't have to be specifically about Siren. You can ask me questions about me. It doesn't matter. Snazaru, I am allergic to the mixing liquid that comes with Mayron. It's not pretty if I use it. Very big number. A extraordinarily large number. Let's go with that. All right, now what I'm doing right now, you kind of got to be careful with, because I'm getting this paint fairly close to my eye, and technically you're not supposed to do that. If you're not over the age of 18, looking at you, Clockwork, if you're not over the age of 18, don't do what I'm doing. Because I will be very upset if you guys end up sick because of me. Well, I just realized I don't have my cheat sheet with me. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wing some of this then, but that's okay. That's what y'all came here to see, right? Me struggle and fail to put on makeup. Yeah, and I'm sorry you can't really see this half of my face. This is the only place where I could put my tablet that it would, get a decent view of everything. Have I ever cosplayed as Kit? No, I'm not that talented. And well, I had considered at one point cosplaying as the Spine, because his design is the simplest of all the canon robots. I decided against it because my body type does not fit. That, and I don't have the silver makeup. I could have easily gotten a set of, a tin of silver. But at the time, I was strapped for cash. I still am strapped for cash. Don't get me wrong. But at the time, I had a limited amount of money that I could, because I had an Amazon gift card. So I was just like, well, let's stick with one robot and move on from there. Although I suppose if I really wanted to, I could technically cosplay the John with this palette, but we'll see. I also don't have outfits. Outfits are, Siren's outfit, with the exception of a shirt, was made from stuff in my closet. I don't know, I think our AC is broken. I'm 80% sure our AC is broken. Welcome to Florida. What? That was weird. Did the chat break? I think the chat broke. Hang on. Hey, someone jump in. Someone jump. Okay, there. No, it's back. All right. It was just my tablet being weird, I guess. Okay. My tablet is very. That does sound good for a John cosplay. Thank you, Clockwork. I appreciate your vote of confidence. As it stands, the biggest problem for me is costuming, because it's really hard to find stuff in my size because I'm a very large person. And B, I don't have cash to go out and go invest in costuming. So I just make what I can out of my closet. Which is why Siren wears a railroad cap. I see it's amazing. You flatter me. You flatter me, Clever. You really do. I'm not that good of a writer. Clever is biased. I do, yeah, it's all fan fiction. I'm not coherent enough to do any sort of original work. Clever, I will leave that up to you. Can you post links to my profile in the chat, please? Because I kind of have my hands full. Alright. Well, that is a good enough base coat for the gold. Just let that settle for a bit. Now comes the fun part, because I do this in layers. I do a base coat of gold, and then I let that set and dry because I sweat very easily. And the last thing we need is sweat getting all in the you know, makeup. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the right word. Your fanfics are cool. Thank you. I'm glad somebody likes them. No, all right. Hair. Why? It won't let me post links. Huh. Okay. That's weird. Should be allowed to post links. Unfortunately, I can't adjust it, but yes, if you go into Archive of Our Own and you look up Simple Enthusiast, that's me. There's a picture. My icon is a picture of a Fallout 4 character. My Fallout 4 character, my sole survivor. If that, it's a YouTube probably. Can only post links to certain types of things. All right. This is the fun part right here, trying to line up this line without it getting too out of hand. Because I've already made a little bit of a mistake on my chin, but that's fortunately right where one of my chin line goes. So, okay, I guess. Happy. What's the phrase? Happy little accidents? Isn't that the Bob Ross phrase? Happy little accidents. Yeah, we did 2 stories together. We're doing the second story. Sorry, guys. I really have to concentrate on this part because there's a lot. So much can go wrong, and the world will end. All right, that is good enough for now. Just gets the underside done. This first coat is always a bit of pain because I really have to think about where the shirt is. Because my shirt has a relatively open neckline. It's a scoop neck, yes, but it's an open. There's a lot. It's not just like a standard t-shirt. So I have to okay, so let's That should be enough, probably, most likely, mayhaps. So this is just a rough outline of where I have to color in. And then, of course, I got to do the back, which is going to be a pain because I have to ink in the back of my head and neck. I don't envy the SPG characters or the SPG band members. I'll say that much. Hair, I swear. Also, kids, don't put any paint too deep into your ears. Only do it if you're confident with a Q-tip, and never go like inside your actual ear canal, just on the flare. Don't paint my neck on the back because too hard. You know that's fair. That's fair. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't. I mean, I am certainly not anywhere near a cosplay elitist. So, that's fair. You don't have to do that if you do not want. I'm currently just waiting for everything on my face to dry. Face and neck to dry. How's the quality of the stream? Is it lagging? Is it cutting out? Is there any issues with the stream? No, it's not doing anything like that. All right, good. Yay! Well, it's time to investigate whether or not this thing is going to work. Oh, it's not too terrible. Let's go back to the brush. We'll use that to even things out there. Any other questions, my friends? There's somebody's left. Sure, go for it. Just credit me as the original creator. Not even like, I'm like 2% done. I haven't even started on the back of my neck yet. No, that's not too bad. All right. Time to do the back. I stole this technique from David. And I'd be like, oh, that's a brilliant way to do the back of your head. Kind of. I'm also working a lot by feel. I mean, there's only so much a little itty bitty mirror like this can do. To be fair, I'm not too concerned about the back of my neck when I do this. Like, if I was going to a convention and people would be seeing me from the back, it might be different. But since I'm doing a video, I'm more concerned about the front, which is why you'll see me do a second coat later here. But I'm just inking in the back, just so if I turn and you happen to see it, then it's semi-coherent. No, but if I was doing this for a convention, I'd have somebody actually paint the back of my neck for me. Just the good thing about cosplay groups is you've got built-in makeup helpers if they're not too busy doing their own. One of the rough things about doing with this is you have to like learn how to reverse your motions, reverse like what you think you're trying to do. I don't know how well you can tell, but I'm sitting here hesitating because I don't know where to because my brain is not working on where to move the brush until I finally get it down, and then it starts working again. Again, this is one part where like I don't envy the bunch of them who or the actual band members who paint the back of their necks regularly. Although I suppose practice makes perfect. Well, while I'm struggling to paint the back of my neck, do you have requests for a warm-up? Oh, one person who's left in the chat. No? None? Okay, then, I guess. Well, that's probably all I'm going to do on the back of my neck. It's, close enough. I'll even parts of this out a bit more. But that's about it. And I think is about it. Yeah. Just needs to be recoated. All right. Now it's time to go back to the gold paint. For some reason, this half of my face always ends up looking worse. Who's still in the chat? Who's still around? I see that there's only one other person watching. Who's still there? Shout out. Say something. Nice. Well, okay then. That works too. Alright, that's the gold. That's pretty much all of it. Ah! That's not what I wanted to do. I forgot I had water in that. Well, that's what the makeup rag is for. Pro tip, always have a very specific towel or rag or, dish towel, something for makeup. Because you will make mistakes and you will spill things like I just did. And it's just, a general good idea to have something that you can, well, that happened. Here's how you clean it up. Alright, now I need to look at something to figure out what I do next, because I don't have my cheat sheet with me. My computer keeps crashing. Apparently, it does not like live streams. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's awful. Bad computer. Work. I'm gonna shake my finger at your computer. Work. Well, while that second coat's drying, it's time to do the second coat of black. It's old and pretty. I'll invest in a new one. I say as I have no money, but oh, thank you. It's not even like, this is like 10% done. I haven't even started on the detail work yet. This is just me getting the base colors in. This part always takes longer because I have to ink in this, my neck very dark. And it takes longer to get even coverage. I don't know how well you can tell because I can kind of see that this is really, really dark shadowed, but I'm looking at it from the makeup or from the mirror, and like it's very gappy and it does not look good. So I just have to ink my neck in twice at least, just to make it look coherent. I imagine I would not have this problem with the Siren makeups, but again, I'm allergic to the mixing liquid. I can't use Siren. And then there's always that problem. If you're not careful, you'll paint your existing makeup away, which is always fun when you're trying to color stuff in. Where does all my black snazaroo go? On my neck. After this video, I'm not getting back in makeup until September. I need to write down a cheat sheet so I know how to get back in makeup come September, further gone. Feel free to ask questions. I'm still monitoring the chat. Don't worry. How's learning the guitar going? Slowly. Very, very slowly, and it's a little strange for me because I have to wear like these little silicone finger grips because my chosen career is going to end up being in a subset of the medical field. It's going to be a veterinary thing, and you got to be able to not, and you can't really have very thick calluses on your fingers because you need to be able to feel where all the veins are on the animal. So I have to play with like these weird little blue grips on my fingers, or with gloves. But since I do not own any pairs of gloves that are not winter gloves, I just play with the grips. But if I ever get to a point where I could sing and play at the same time, I'd probably play with gloves on. Like as a Fanbot, because I really would not, probably would never be able to write my own music. I'm limited to being a cover artist only, because poetry and I do not get along. I'm really bad at making things rhyme, or making anything that sounds coherent. Not too far mark for this. Any other questions? All right, that's done. Sending me a private Discord question. Okay, I'll eagerly await your private Discord question. signal. Okay. Alright. Alright. Looks like that. I have that book. I already have that book. Clever sent me a picture of an instructional booklet for learning the guitar, and I have that. I already have it. I appreciate the offer, but I already have it. You can probably sell it on, like, you know, eBay or something. I need to look something up real quick. I gotta pull up my pull up my cheat sheet for how to do makeup on my phone because I didn't write it down earlier today. I'm pretty sure I know what to do next, but still. There we go. There it is. All right. We're good. I know what's next. We are officially going to line work. We're doing the lines now, so bear with me. This is such a tiny little paintbrush compared to my other ones. It's like, here's the paintbrush for my neck, and here's the paintbrush for the line work. I don't know why my brushes came like that, but they did. It's always fun to work with. It's itty bitty little paintbrush. Okay, so I know it's not quite as curved as I want it, but that's okay. That's good. That's good. All right. Feel free to keep asking questions. I've got nothing better to do until later. All right. Gotta draw my eyebrows back on. Well, that ain't a straight line, but that's okay. No one's gonna notice. That's pretty much the only problem with drawing the lines on afterwards, like I do, instead of prior to them, like most of the band does, is if I make a mistake, I kind of have to live with it because I can't really cover the black back up with gold. It bleeds through and it just looks bad all around. So you just gotta live with it and hope nobody notices. To be fair, though, whenever I do any sort of intensive cosplay makeup, everyone, like, the only person who notices any mistake is me, because I'm the creator. I'm the one who's drawing it. It's the same idea of you're your own worst critic. So once you kind of like, it's not that bad. It's not like I drew a diagonal line the wrong way. It's just a really minor mistake that no one's gonna notice when they view the video, unless I specifically point it out, which I'm not going to do. And those are my main lines. We will do the shading later. Okay, that comes the fun part. We gotta fill everything in. I use a different brush for this. It's a flat brush. I don't know how well you can see it. It's a flat brush versus the not flat brush that I use to, because I'll go back over everything and fill it in and kind of readjust, make some adjustments to the lines, so it's not quite as clear that it came from a not flat brush, because it's easier to draw with a not flat brush, but it's easier to correct with a flat brush, like an English properly. This is the worst part. And as I progress with the makeup, you'll see me go back over with the flat brush, the flat detail brush, to just kind of make minor corrections as I go. Now, I'm done for the moment with the main lines. Now we are moving on to additional cosmetics. And this is my favorite eyeliner marker that ever existed. This is what I use for my eyes. That's an eyeliner pen. This is an eyeliner pen. What are you going to use this for other than costume makeup? It's huge. So I'm sorry if I get real quiet, because anyone who puts on eyeliner knows you can't talk while you do eyeliner. You just have to sit there with your jaw open. So, sorry. You can probably tell that I took inspiration from the spine's makeup design. When I figured out what I was going to do for Siren's eyes. I'm gonna have to fill that back in with gold, but that's fine. Now for the fun part, my opposite eye. These are times where I really wish I was ambidextrous. I'll go back over those wings later with a flat brush and a detail brush to even them out. One moment. Sorry, I got a message. No, it's lipstick. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing Fanbot makeup. I've been doing this for an hour now, and I'm about halfway done. I'm getting ready to do the detail work and coloring. This next bit is just the oxidation. I will eventually come back and do more. This is the only part where I actively color in the lines. My makeup handbook took 3 hours. Yep. So I've been told that this that it can take a very long time. Even the band says it's something along like 2 to 3 hours a piece. Or something along those lines, I think. Hang on. Sorry, I had to check my phone. Again, I'm sorry for the lighting, and I know you can't really see the coloring very well, but what can you do? I'll need to do a little bit more touch-ups with the gold later, but that's alright. Well, it's done for now. Let's go back and let's brush with this brush. Touch up some of the lines now that this is finished. Alright. Another coat. Hopefully I'm almost done with black. Get that into the hairline a little bit. Okay, what else is needs to be done? Okay. That takes care of the lining. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I've just got the detailing and shading to do. Like I said, my bot's makeup is very simple because I'm not an artist. I have never been an artist. I might stream one day if my friend comes over and we do. I need to fix that. And we do there. Looks really cool. Thank you. I'm not rushing it. I've practiced the line work in particular with this actually. It's a liquid eyeliner, and so I got used to pulling where the lines are and where they're supposed to feel. Most of it, what takes so long with me now, is making sure everything looks symmetrical and clean. When as I move along with the process of painting my face. Yes, I use 2 sets of eyeliner. I have a big, I have this one, which is used to get the majority of the space around my eye, and then I use this one to do the water line, so I don't have, skin around my eyes. It's a really small detail, but if I don't do it, it'll drive me nuts. Also, don't get makeup in your eye. You'll be a blind robot. Don't do what I just did and don't get makeup in your eye. No wings to fly away from problems? No, because I can't do those. And technically, if you look closely, you can see that similar to the spine, my eyebrows are connected to my eyes. So that's kind of the wings. They turn into my eyebrows. They're umbrella wings. All right, that's better. I'm not blind anymore. Yay! That's better. Yeah, pro tip. Don't get makeup in your eyes. Fix that. Gotta draw my eyebrows back on. Because what I do is I basically just douse my face in gold and then paint everything on after it. I know it's kind of the opposite of what the band does, and the band has always recommended draw your lines and then paint, but I'm not very good at coloring in lines, so you make do with what you can do. That's all I use my brush for. You have any questions for me? More coloring book practice. I have a personal vendetta against coloring books. Coloring books and I do not get along very well. Mostly because, when I was in elementary school, they would give you homework in a coloring book, and if you colored outside the lines, you would get a poor grade. And I'm just like, well, I'm not an artist. What do you want me? What do you want me to do? I mean, and they would never, and my teacher would never tell me what I did wrong. I just got poor grades across the board whenever we had coloring book homework. to the point where my parents were like, yo, what's the deal? Yeah. And that was like right after I moved here. So my teacher already didn't like me because I was a new student and I was a Yankee. I was moving down from the northeast Florida, or northeast U.S. to northeast Florida to the south. And my teacher did not care for the fact that, 6-year-old me, I want to go home. I miss my old home. Yeah. So she already didn't like me and would always agreed extra harsh whenever I did coloring book homework. And it did not turn out well. But hey, I got through first grade, so we're good. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna here, down. That is not indicative of the final effect. These little lines are just, reference points that will be colored with a thicker brush, or covered with a thicker brush later. That's just so I know where the lines go. Speaking of thicker brushes, let me go ahead and do them. This is always an interesting bit because it never turns out the same way twice. And which, of course, if you're a robot with metal for face, then it's supposed to look the same way unless your name is Rabbit. So, yeah, I don't know what I have to do with the draw brush first. See, that looks better. Exposed rabbit in cold oil. If that's a reference, it's lost on me. I don't watch a lot of pop culture, so sorry. Now, what I do is I do almost exactly what David does when he shaves in his cheek vents, which is what I call them, I don't know what they're called. Only instead of using my lipstick, I take and I paint Snazaroo, which is the black on one of my fingers, and shade in. So it's not quite as... So it stays a bit better with the setting powder. And I get a little more control over where everything goes. And what things look like. And I'm still not actually done. I still have to draw the chin strap layer, but I always do that after shading. And that's how you shade a robot. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing a problem with this side of my face, and I can't quite see it. But that's okay. It does not have to be perfect. Now, I draw this. I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm drawing on rivets right now, which is basically just little black dots all over my face. There's nothing overly special about it. that's actually all the detail work that I need to do. The last little bit is just a little bit of weathering, additional weathering, I should say. Because she's got oxidation as eyeshadow. And I always just add a little bit here on either side of the chin strap. A little bit around the ears, just kind of outlining where her face is. Chin. And then I normally color around some of the just a little bit around the rivets that I draw. Never a whole lot. And I'll weather in on the hairline a little bit. And there you go. That's Siren. Thanks to the one person who stuck around, which now that I think about it, it's probably actually my real computer. So yeah, thanks. This is Siren Makeup. Bye. 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 Yep. Let's end the stream. Bye, guys.